Hi, I'm Matt from eSpares. In this video I'll be showing you how to change the fan motor on this Indesit 7143S washer dryer. If your fan motor is sticking or has become faulty, this is how to replace it. Now, safety first, always unplug an appliance before carrying out any work. The next thing I need to do is to take the top off by undoing these two screws at the back. Now, with the top out the way, I now need to unscrew this bracket to gain access. So here we have the fan motor, but to access and replace this, I need to first split open the heater tunnel, and I do that by removing the door seal from the bottom of it and the cable tie, removing all electrical connections and undoing the screws that hold it together. Now, the best way to remove the door seal from the bottom of the heater tunnel without having to replace the cable tie is to just ease it off with two hands. And then I can save the cable tie for reuse. Now, with the door seal disconnected, I can then disconnect these electrical connections. Now, these electrical connectors can be very stiff, so do be very gentle when disconnecting. With those electrical connectors disconnected, I can now unscrew and split open the heater tunnel. With all the screws removed, I can now lift up the lid of the heater tunnel. And in order to access the fan motor, I need to unscrew the fan itself. Now, this is a left-handed nut, and these can often be very tight. So I'm just going to use a bit of releasing agent to help remove the screw. Leave that for a few moments before unscrewing in a clockwise direction by using a box driver and holding on to the fan itself. With the nut removed, you'll need to give the center a tap, either using a small hammer or, in my case, the metal back end of the box driver, and the fan should release. With the fan out the way, you now need to remove the fan motor from the top of the heater tunnel by undoing the four nuts that hold it into place, again using a box driver. With all the screws removed, you can then lift out your old motor and pop in your new one. You can then re-screw it to the top of the heater tunnel. With the fan motor screwed back onto the heater tunnel, I can then replace the fan. Now, when I took the fan out, the center boss that was inside the spindle came with it, so that just needs popping back inside the fan, and then I can screw the fan back onto the shaft. Now, it's important to note that the fan does not touch the bottom of the heater tunnel when rotating, so make sure that it spins freely, and you might have to give the shaft a little bit of a tap, but make sure that it doesn't go right up to the top here. I can now replace the heater tunnel top. Before I do, it's important to note that there is a seal that runs all the way around the outside of the heater tunnel. Do make sure that's in place first before replacing the top. With the electrical connectors now reconnected, I can refit the door seal around the heater tunnel. Top tip, work the seal around the back first before stretching it around to the front. There we go. Now, you can reuse the cable tie. Simply use a small flat-headed screwdriver to push against the clasp. Now, I've just used a pair of pliers to make sure that the cable tie is securely in position. I'm now free to reattach the bracket and the top of the appliance. So there we have it, one new fan motor fitted to this Indesit washer dryer. Remember, spares and accessories for washer dryers and all other appliances can be found on the espares.co.uk website. Thanks for watching.